All right, guys, this is the all-time leaders in blocks in per season. So you can see number one all-time was Mark Eaton, 456 blocks. He did that back in 84-85 season. I want to show you where Wemby is on this list. Every high block season by any player ever is here. You would think out of the millions of players who have played that he's going to be pretty far down this list, right? He's on a minutes restriction. He hasn't played all the games. Let's see where he is. Victor Wembenyama, with 254 blocks, guys, is tied for 55th all-time in the best season ever by an individual player for blocks. Now you're like, okay, Dan, that's not that great. It's 55th. Well, he's a rookie. He's 20 years old. He's on a minutes restriction. And then let's scroll up, because if you're a historian of the NBA, then you'll know that the game was played a little bit different and that blocks and rebounds were far more common a long time ago in the NBA as opposed to the current game. So let's look at the players above him. And if you're watching this video and you're under 30 or you're around 30, there's a good chance you've never even seen any of these players play that are above him, or you don't even know who they are other than hearing their name or seeing highlights. So just scroll up. I don't have to read them all off. You got Hakeem, Ewing, Kareem, Robinson. Hassan Whiteside actually got on here. It's surprising. Sean Bradley, Alonzo Mourning, Mark Eaton, Dikembe Mutombo.
My name is Dikembe Mutombo Polondo Mukama Dikembe Jean-Jacques Mutombo.
Kareem, Ewing again, Camby, Shaq, Sean Bradley, Alonzo Mourning, Manu Ball, all the normal names in NBA greats that you would expect. And if you look at all the years they played, go up this list, 87, 79, 98 is the most current year so far. Dikembe Mutombo, 97. Mutombo did it in 2000. Ben Wallace in 02. Just trying to find the newest ones. Alonzo Mourning in 2000. Oh, here's an 04. Theo Ratliff in 04. We're climbing the list. And I cannot find another one here newer than 04. Which means in the last 20 years, no one's recorded more blocks in a season than Victor Wembenyama. There's nobody else in this list I can find. All right. That is how great he is. You want to look at another way? We got, here's the leader of blocks all time per game. So you got Mark Eaton up here at 3.5. Manu Ball at 3.3. Hakeem at 3.1. David Robinson at 3.0. Only 4 players ever who have averaged more than 3 blocks per game for the career. Do you guys know what Wemby's averaging right now for his career? Wemby is averaging per game, Wemby is averaging 3.6 blocks per game, which makes him, look back at the all-time leader, 3.5. Right now, if he retired, he would be the all-time block leader per game. In his rookie year, would be the greatest defensive year ever by a rookie. There have never been a defensive player of the year, never in the history of the NBA. The 3 youngest players to win defensive player of the year were all 23 years old. There's a good chance that Wemby could win it this year. I think he deserves to win it. I think he's the best defender in the NBA. And with him being the best defender in the NBA, guys, you know that now that makes Wemby better than your favorite player. Or as good as your favorite player. His impact on the defensive end of the floor makes him better than your favorite player. He's giving you over 20 a night and over 10 rebounds a night. And then his impact in the defensive end is 1 of 1. There's nobody in the NBA that can do what Wemby does. Stop pretending. It's not possible. There's nobody on his level. The eye test is insane. He's going to have the greatest rookie mixtape of all time. The amount of highlights is unfathomable. I can't find a favorite block. I can't find a favorite dunk. His passes are insane. His court vision is probably the best I've ever seen for anybody over 7 feet tall. The dude is absolutely ridiculous. He is amazing to watch. He is fun to listen to him talk to. He's got all the everything you could ever want in a basketball player. You open up 2K, create a player, you go to your stats, awareness, 99. You know, hustle, 99. Shooting stroke, 99. He may not be hitting at a high percentage, guys, but his stroke is beautiful. Wemby is better than your favorite player right now. He's a top 5, maybe 6 player in the NBA. Put him right after Curry, Embiid, Luka. Who else do I want? I want Victor. I want Victor right now. Next year, first pick, who do you want to win next year? I want Victor. Maybe you put Giannis in there when healthy. And the Joker, obviously. But then you got Wemby. If he wins Defensive Player of the Year, he'll be the first rookie ever to win it. Really just stamping the Wemby era. It's officially began, guys. You've been warned.
He has 17 in the quarter.
All expectations and crept closer to the greatest rookie of all time. Now, over the course of the NBA, there have been other rookies that have scored more points, grabbed more rebounds, recorded more assists, or blocked more shots. But nobody has shown the whole package to the level that Wemby has. He is the first rookie in NBA history to average at least 20 points, 10 rebounds, 3 assists, and 3 blocks per game. Now, this specific stat line has been matched before, 16 other times in fact, but the difference is that Wemby is doing it at age 20, and everyone else were Hall of Famers in their prime. Pretty crazy, right? Well, it's about to get crazier. The only reason Wemby being the greatest rookie ever is controversial is simply because of a minute restriction. A restriction that's held us from seeing his true...
The rookie of the year in Wembenyama, 23, 16, 8, and 9 blocks. By the way, this rookie right here is averaging 3.5 blocks. Do you know what person is next? It's a list of 5 that averaging 2.4. Now look, when it comes down to Wemby, you talk about taking a matchup personally. We showed a few of them, but check this out, Malika. I want them straight up. Look, Jokic, anybody else, this is a bucket. Here comes this alien. Give me that. No one blocks Jokic hook shot, but Wemby does. He beats Wemby on the outlet. Wemby chase it down with the offhand, left hand. Now look, this is Wemby Irvin. Look at this package. He's 7'5", maneuvering through the defense, and watch the finish though. Watch the finish. Left hand scoop shot. Left hand scoop shot. Listen. In 3 years, the MVP and Defensive Player of the Year is going to belong to him. It might belong to him this year. When it comes down to the Spurs defensive rating, they're 28 in the league when Wemby is not on the floor. They're 4th in the league when he's on the floor. So I know a lot of people, like myself, has been crowning Rudy Gobert, but we might want to be careful and take notice to what this young man is doing.
A little while back that Wemby shouldn't be the Defensive Player of the Year, and I lied. Wemby should be the Defensive Player of the Year because he is that amazing defensively. Wemby is definitely the Defensive Player of the Year. The way he impacts the game, both on the defensive end, whether it's off the ball, on the ball, it's a problem. When you start driving to the hole and like guys may have a layup, maybe not, and they just turn out and go the other way, that's a problem, and that's a block shot in a sense.
21 times in league history, and he did it better than nearly everyone else. He dropped over 25 points and 10 rebounds alongside his 5 assists, steals, and blocks. If you were to search for any other player that has ever done this, you'd find one, Hakeem Olajuwon. But let's put this in a perspective. Hakeem reached this stat line for the first time at 24 years old 204 games into his NBA career. It took Wembenyama 56 games as a 20-year-old to pull off essentially a 1 in a million performance. This is just one of the few mind-numbing stats about Wemby's rookie season, a season unlike any we've ever seen. Let me get this out of the way. The Rookie of the Year race is over. I mean, let's be real, it's been that way since Wemby was drafted, but what he's done on the court has only cemented it. If we were to chart the total production from the top 20 rookies in the NBA, it would look like this. It's not much of a competition, right? Honestly, it's kind of unfair to compare these other rookies to someone who's projected to become one of the all-time greats. So let's compare him like he is one. Here are 30 of the greatest players of all time and their total production during their rookie seasons. Mike, Shaq, and David Robinson played at a level above everybody else. And this season, we can add Victor Wembenyama into this stratosphere. He isn't just dwarfing the best rookies in his class. He's outshining the greatest rookies to ever step on the floor. This kid's future is so bright that I can't even look at it. And honestly, Wemby's path to becoming one of the greats is becoming clearer as the season goes on. Victor's total production consists of 20 points, 10 rebounds, 3 assists, 1 steal, and a league-leading 3.5 blocks a game. These numbers aren't normal for a rookie. Actually, they're not even common among the league's best players. Because this season, the only individuals who are averaging a minimum of 20 points and 10 rebounds are Sabonis, AD, Jokic, Giannis, and the Alien. The dude is already among the elite of the elite players at his position, and he gets 3 blocks a night. For the sake of comparison, these are the only players in NBA history that have averaged 20, 10, 3, and 3. Wemby is doing something that hasn't been accomplished in over 2 decades, and when it was accomplished by an all-time great in the prime of his career. The man is 20. I mean, the boy is 20. It's wild.